Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and this is another edition of Smackdown. And tonight, we're going to find out who will take the final spot in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match for the Smackdown brand. It'll either be AJ Styles or Dean Ambrose. They will face one-on-one tonight in our main event. Also tonight, we're going to see the Ascension, Victor and Connor, take on the B Team, Axel and Dallas. Akin Razar, AOP, will be in action taking on Samir and Sunil Singh. Ty Dillinger will face Brock Lesnar one-on-one. Tough assignment for him, unfortunately. Big E will go up against Cesaro as well. Big E used a win after missing out on becoming a member of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Speaking of Money in the Bank ladder matches, Bayley and Charlotte will face each other one-on-one, with the winner earning a spot in the women's ladder match. And the final spot for the men's match is on the line. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose will meet one-on-one. We already know Rollins is in there. Will we have two members of the Shield in the match? The B Team get a win over the Ascension. AOP pick up a win over the Singhs. Brock Lesnar defeats Ty Dillinger. And we also saw Big E pick up a win over Cesaro. Huge win there for Big E and a big confidence boost after having a big loss to Seth Rollins not too long ago. Now it's time to get ready for Bayley, who will take on Charlotte for a spot in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Well, before we get to that match, we want to take you back to the ending of the Ascension versus the B Team. Curtis Axel connecting right there, and, well, of course he did pick up the win with that move to beat Victor of the Ascension, but it was after the match, Connor and Victor in each other's face, and they actually went to blows. Right hands by Connor and Victor, fighting each other for a little bit of time here on the ring, and it was eventually separated by officials, but I'm not sure what's going on here. I guess these two guys just taking out their frustrations, a number of losses. They've been downhill for the last couple of seasons now, so they're taking all that anger out on each other, and, well, maybe that could be the end of the tag team, unfortunately, so we'll have to see what happens next with them. Well, it's now time to move on to Bayley versus Charlotte, a match that we saw actually be a part of the Smackdown Women's Championship Tournament before Extreme Rules. Well, Bayley, she specifically requested this match against Charlotte. So Bayley wants to beat Charlotte tonight because she feels as though that she got beaten by Charlotte leading into Extreme Rules, and she feels as though she does not deserve to be a part of this Women's Money in the Bank ladder match because of the fact that, well, she was eliminated in the first round of the championship tournament by Charlotte. She wants a bit of redemption. She wants to redeem herself and make sure that she feels as though that she can win this ladder match. Obviously, with a major loss hanging over your head, I understand her thoughts there. Sometimes it's just not ideal. Sometimes it's frustrating. You know, you get a big loss and you just continue to think about it. It just lingers with you and you just can't seem to shake it off. And as we see Charlotte here, she's focused. She's ready to go, and she's in great shape. She's 100% ready, and she came so close to becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion when she took on Asuka at the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view Extreme Rules. And now Charlotte, who is not very liked around here. A lot of the fans despise her and her antics. Well, tonight we'll get a chance to see what she can do. Is she good enough to earn herself a spot in the ladder match? We're about to find out. She's got to get through Bayley to do it. She's done it once before. Can she do it again? And obviously, looking back at their previous match, Charlotte was pretty impressive in that one, and Bayley will have to be thinking about that and considering it. The fact that she did lose to Charlotte, obviously, will have to play on her mind. And Charlotte will have to be thinking, well, why did Bayley want this match here tonight? What's her obsession with her? Why did this match mean so much to her? Because Bayley was originally scheduled to face Ember Moon to get into this matchup, but Bayley asked the SmackDown General Manager Edge for a change and asked him to make it Charlotte. And Ember will face somebody else for a chance to get in there. We don't know who just yet, but we'll find out next time on SmackDown. And obviously Bayley, well, specifically requesting Charlotte, obviously feels as though she's got a point to prove. Picked up a major loss against her, and, well, as she said, she feels as though she doesn't deserve to be a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match with a loss like that not too long ago. I respect her for challenging Charlotte and looking to redeem herself. You got to certainly give it to her for doing that. She could have easily taken, or perhaps the easier option. Ember Moon, a tough opponent, we know, but obviously she hasn't been beaten by Ember just yet. So Bayley could have taken an easier or an unknown option of Ember, but she decided that Charlotte was the one she wanted to face. She made it happen. Now she's got to back it up in the ring. The match is here. It's time to prove that you can beat Charlotte. It's time to prove that you do deserve to be a part of the first ever SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And Charlotte dumped to the outside of the ring. Looking pretty good so far. And Asuka is the current SmackDown Women's Champion, of course, as well over on the Raw side of things. We've got Alexa Bliss as the Raw Women's Champion and the winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match. This goes for the men as well. They can cash in on either Raw or SmackDown. We've seen it in the past of superstars changing brands. I think of Chris Jericho when he cashed in the Money in the Bank, and he cashed in on The Undertaker back in Season 2. And he cashed in, he was a part of Raw, went to SmackDown. And he was a part of a very successful tag team at the time with Christian. And he actually left his tag team partner to go and win a singles championship and left Raw in the process. And the rest is history of that one. A big heated rivalry sparked because of that. So things like that can happen. You can be in a situation, you can be in a great spot here on SmackDown, but you see a small window of opportunity over on Raw and you look to take it. And all of a sudden you change brands. You've got a new home, new opponents to look after, which can be a big risk. Because generally, if you win the Money in the Bank ladder match, you have beaten majority of the top superstars on your brand. And a lot of confidence will be there. So if Charlotte wins here and goes on to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, well, she made it to the final of the SmackDown Women's Tournament, so some wins there. And she'll have beaten or outlasted a number of her SmackDown brand members. And, well, that's a lot of confidence. You just basically beat majority of the SmackDown Women's division. So you'd have to say the safe bet would be, well, why don't I stay here and try my luck on a brand that I know very, very well and have beaten the majority of the roster already. Because if you do win the Women's Championship, well, you've got to be able to defend it. And if you beat the majority of the people that you do defend it against, well, that's a lot of confidence heading into those matchups, isn't it? Charlotte has been Women's Champion in the past as well. She's the longest reigning Women's Champion in Universe Mode history. She's also a two-time NXT Women's Champion as well. Plenty of success there. Bayley, a former NXT champion as well here in Universe Mode. So both women quite successful, but Bayley not quite having the success that Charlotte has had on the main roster. And to be fair, Bayley has not been around on the main roster for all that much time, coming along in the Women's Royal Rumble and sticking around beyond that. So Bayley would love an opportunity to really step up and take her place at the top of the women's division. She's got to get through Charlotte to do so. Right now, Charlotte is in control of this matchup. Asuka, I'm sure, will be watching her pretty closely, as will the rest of the women's division. Plenty of great women here on the roster as well on SmackDown. It's a tough women's division. It won't be easy at all to ascend to the top. You've got to be at your absolute best. Likewise over on Raw. Alexa Bliss, Becky, Charlotte, Ruby Riott. Some tough dealings going over there with the Riott Squad running roughshod on the Raw brand. Well, SmackDown's a little bit more open, if you will. We've got Asuka, but we don't have a number one contender for Asuka yet. We're not sure who's going to be the next woman to step up. A lot of the top contenders are now looking to enter this Money in the Bank ladder matchup, so we'll have to wait and see what's going to go on there. And of course, there will be an NXT woman to enter into the women's and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. To be a male in the men's one. So a woman will be a part of the women's matchup from NXT, replacing someone from Raw. So 4 SmackDown superstars, 3 Raw, 1 from NXT. Of course, for the men's, it's going to be 3 from SmackDown, 4 from Raw, and 1 from NXT. So that's going to be crucial. Huge, if you will. We'll find out who will take that NXT spot very, very soon. Right now, we need to find out who's going to take the SmackDown spot. Will it be Bayley with a leg? Could be Edna. Bayley with a boot to the back there of Charlotte and chops the knee as well. Asuka the current champion. She's been champion now for just over a month, and she hasn't had too many opportunities yet to kind of step back in the ring as the women's champion, but it won't be too far away. We'll probably be seeing her defend that championship pretty soon, I would say. Potentially at Money in the Bank. And that would be huge if she could pick up a victory there. Now Bayley into the corner. And look out. Charlotte. Gonna pick her up. Trouble here now. And look out. Charlotte gets Bayley up. And look out. Oh, she's got a gut wrench. Look out here. Charlotte. Oh, off the top. Grabbed the gut and just threw her off the top of the rope there. Avalanching her off. And now looking to follow it up with a 1-2 punch. This could be it. Oh, went for natural selection, you feel. But oh, Bayley, what a counter. Well, Charlotte off the top. Connected big time. But Bayley's brought it back into her own favor here. Bayley. Bayley to belly. Hook of the leg. It's over. Bayley's going to Money in the Bank. Not yet, she's not. Well, the shoulder is up. Bayley thought, well, that was gonna be it. I'm sealing the deal. I'm booking my place in the big match. Not to be. And oh, what a slam there. Down goes Bayley. And Charlotte is feeling it now. Bayley in some trouble. Couple of clotheslines. Some big connections there by Charlotte. And bounces off the ropes. Connecting with another clothesline. Bayley goes down. And oh, I think she went for a spear, but Bayley with a counter. She hits that spear, it would have been over. And Bayley resting up, taking a quick breather, wondering what her next move will be. How does she beat Charlotte? Perhaps the most successful woman in Universe Mode history. How the heck does she stop her from winning this matchup? It could be nearly impossible. But can she get it done here? Don't discount Bayley. She's always got a chance. Such a fighter. And that's what she does. She puts her heart in her sleeve and she gives you everything she's got every single time she's in the ring. And sometimes her emotions get the better of her. Other times she can channel in those inner emotions to bring out the absolute best inside of her. What will it be now? I feel like she's starting to kick up to a new level, into a new gear. Didn't quite get all of that right hand, but it's kept Charlotte down. And oh, a kick at it too. A near fall, not too far away. Bayley thought maybe for a split second there that she was going to win things. Bayley trying to get this fan support here. Trying to get the crowd to rally behind her. They're certainly supporting her tonight. But can they support her enough to pick up this win? Oh! Targeting the back of her leg, taking her off her feet, swept her down. Oh, went for that spear again, but Bayley with another elbow. Charlotte just can't seem to find it. She's been wanting it for a couple of different occasions now. She feels as though that's the move that's going to beat her. And I don't certainly disagree. Charlotte got that long legs, plenty of power behind them, full head of steam, hits her with that big shoulder. Right in the midsection, it's going to hurt. It could put you down for 3 pretty easily. Now her legs wrapping around the head of Bayley. Bayley trying to release it, but Charlotte just won't let go. Feels as though perhaps the damage has been dealt, and Bayley in a bit of trouble. Bayley, though, still going. Charlotte back to her feet and tosses her back to the ground. Great power display there by the former women's champion. Bayley now getting worked away as Charlotte focuses on the chin. And a big spear by Charlotte. Oh, what a spear. She found it. She's tried it many an occasion, but failed on every time. And now she finds that spear, and it's enough to pick up the win. Well, she went for it over and over, but Bayley continued to get a right hand, an elbow, whatever it may be, but continued to find a way to block it. On this occasion, Charlotte, third time was the charm, found it, hit it, connected perfectly. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte is going to Money in the Bank for the women's matchup. The first participant from Smackdown to be involved in that match. In fact, the first participant overall. What a win tonight for Charlotte. She continues to prove that perhaps she is the woman to beat right now that's not named Asuka on the brand. And Bayley is down, and uh-oh, another message being sent here by Charlotte. She's beaten her twice now, and now she stomps her away for good measure. Another message has been sent. We're going to find out who will take the final spot in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match when AJ Styles faces off against Dean Ambrose from the Shield. Styles will have his club members Gallows and Anderson by his side to try and even the odds. That's what this has all been about. It's been an all-out war between the club and the Shield over the last number of weeks. Ever since the Shield reformed, AJ Styles felt as though they were getting too big. They're looking to dominate, and they're looking to really just take over Smackdown, and somebody had to do something about it. He asked his good old friends Gallows and Anderson to be by his side to try and stop the Shield from running the show. Styles feared for the worst. He knows what Roman Reigns is like. He knows what Dean Ambrose is like, but he didn't expect Seth Rollins to join up and be just like them. He said he was disappointed of Seth Rollins. He said he was almost ashamed of Seth Rollins. He felt as though that he was one of the good guys. But in the end, he just turned out to be just like the rest. Styles will face against Dean Ambrose here tonight. Seth Rollins is already confirmed to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Roman Reigns, of course, he is the current WWE champion. Dean Ambrose marches his way to the ring. He'll be in competition tonight. He's battled against AJ Styles over the last few months over the United States Championship. It's not about the title tonight, but it is about getting into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And if you win that, well, some say it's as good as being the world champion. Unless, of course, you're Samoa Joe, for example, or even a Daniel Bryan here in Universe Mode. Two Money in the Bank failures here in Universe Mode, but for the most part, it's almost a surefire guarantee you're going to win the world title. As Dean Ambrose looking to start strong here. Coming out of the gates hot. Well, AJ Styles has gotten the better of Dean Ambrose. He beat Dean Ambrose for the US Championship back at the Payback pay-per-view. And then he successfully defended it at Extreme Rules against Dean Ambrose. So 2 victories on pay-per-view over Dean. Can he make it a third here, this time on SmackDown? AJ Styles with a pretty good start, but he misses out there. Well, it's been a heated rivalry between just these two, but he added now the fact that Reigns and Rollins is involved. There's certainly a lot of animosity here. And of course, let's not forget Gallows and Anderson. They're the current tag team champions of SmackDown. They won them against The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro a few weeks ago. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins were trying to get themselves involved. The Shield were trying to distract the club, but in the end, it ended up distracting The Bar. The club were having none of it. They weren't too worried. They were just focused on the task at hand. The Bar got a bit spooked, and that distraction cost them. And in the end, the club had the last laugh. So whilst when they've had confrontations, whether that be 3-on-3, 2-on-1, 1-on-1, whatever it is, the Shield has gotten the better of the club. But in the end, I mean, the club have just gained more gold. The club are now 2-time tag team champions. Gallows and Anderson, AJ Styles still the US champion. So the titles have been coming the club's way, whereas the beatdowns are becoming the club's way as well. The Shield haven't had too much, well, haven't had a lot of offense coming their way from the club. They haven't had to deal too much there, but they haven't been able to get the better of the club when it comes to the most important moments. Roman Reigns still has the WWE Championship though, and AJ Styles would love to take it from him. There's no doubt about that. So much history between those two, and Styles would love nothing more than to get it off Roman Reigns. I think maybe the match we might be heading for down the line could be AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wasn't exactly happy about what AJ Styles said about him, and I know Seth Rollins was a little bit disappointed that AJ Styles said that. I think Seth Rollins respected AJ, and the two have been friends behind the scenes, but haven't had many opportunities to get in the ring against one another. Well, that could be coming very, very soon. The way those two have been talking a bit of trash verbally one another. Styles right now working away on Dean Ambrose, who is a former Royal Rumble winner, former WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. He's done everything there is to do. All he needs to do is win the Tag Team Championships. And Dean, I think, might be a chance to do that. I'm sure the Shield would love an opportunity to get well, one combination of their team involved. In past, it's been Reigns and Rollins who's had the successful combination. They've been multiple-time tag team champions. Well, they may change that this time. It might be Reigns and Ambrose or Ambrose and Rollins that could look to take the titles away from him. I know the Bar, they haven't given up on their title hopes just yet. Is now a phenomenal forearm missing out. Ambrose knows Styles pretty well. He swatted it away and swatted that one away too. Not to be there for AJ. And now Dean Ambrose calling for the powerbomb. Wait a sec, they can't be in the ring. The referee's going to allow it. Ambrose picks up Styles. Well, this is not right. Oh, a powerbomb. The referee's going to let it go. He's saying, oh, he's telling Rollins to get the hell out of there. He's not going to count to 3. He's given him 1 warning. While Rollins is gone, and I don't know if Reigns is gone either. I think he's still there. We know Rollins is out of here, so whilst the powerbomb was hit, yep, Reigns is gone too. Reigns is out of here. So the Shield hit the powerbomb. The referee does not count to 3. But has the damage been dealt? I don't know. Styles seems to be okay. Well, that's a game changer. Well, we'll see what happens when we come back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode of NXT, we're going to find out who will take a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match as our women will battle away with only 1 spot available. Will it be one of our champions already, a Peyton Royce, a Billie Kay, or will someone new step up and take that spot? They'll be a part of the women's Money in the Bank ladder match and the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Back here on Smackdown, close battle here, but before we left, it was Reigns and Rollins told to get out of here, gone to the locker room, evicted, ejected from the match, not allowed to be out here any longer. Which means Dean Ambrose is all alone and the club is still out here. Ambrose now in a 3-on-1 situation, something that the club haven't had to deal with. So, I mean, I guess you could say it was good officiating by the referee to not count the 3 and eject both Rollins and Reigns and allow this match to continue. He allowed it to kind of reset, regroup before things got back underway. So he could have went for the DQ, but that would have been disappointing. But yeah, a powerbomb, a triple threat, the Shield triple powerbomb was executed right there. As we said earlier, and we will find out who will take the spot in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match from NXT on the next episode. And we've seen the likes of Shayna Baszler, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Kairi Sane still on the scene as well, Bianca Belair on the rise, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville have looked pretty good as well. As Styles, oh, a Styles clash! Could be it, should be it. Styles going, no, not going to Money in the Bank just yet. A kick out as the referee's hand was about to slap 3. Well, Ambrose needs to be dealt a little bit more before he goes down for the 3 count, but the Styles clash nearly did it. Just to finish that point on NXT, all those women will be looking to take that final spot, and we'll find out who it will be in the next episode of NXT, so you don't want to miss that one coming up very soon right here on BrendenPlayz. Of course, with the new Premiere tool that YouTube has rolled out, we can watch the brand new episodes as they are uploaded in a live stream chat. So if you can make it to when the video's just been released, you can chat along with others as you watch the latest episode of Universe Mode. And that's, of course, available right here on the YouTube channel. And right now, AJ Styles, look at the leg. Could be in here for Dean Ambrose. Will be, no. Left it for 2. Styles just feeling as though he was getting closer and closer. Ambrose has survived this long. And we know Ambrose is a tough customer. We listed off some of the accolades he's accomplished here in Universe Mode a little earlier. So it goes to show he has been excellent. But Dean Ambrose goes through these patches. Patches of brilliance and patches of, well, I'm just going to say it, patches of absolute garbage. You know, he'll go through these runs where he just can't lose a match. He's winning titles, he's looking excellent, but he'll go through these patches where he can't win a match. It's either one end of the spectrum or the other. You just get the one extreme by Dean Ambrose, and right now I feel like he's on the path of potentially going down to the garbage section, unfortunately. He had a good patch recently, winning the US title, holding it and looking pretty good. He then lost it to The Miz, but got it back at WrestleMania, so he's been up and down. As Styles, I think, shrugged him away from potential dirty deeds attempt as a running cross body down goes Ambrose. I think AJ Styles has gotten the better of Dean for quite some time now, and Dean Ambrose is on the decline, I feel. But perhaps the Shield can pick him back up. And that's the key for Dean Ambrose, in my opinion. Individually, he may not be quite there right now, but the Shield, they can help him get back to his best. And at his best, he is, without a doubt, a top 5 superstar here in Universe Mode, across all brands. But at his worst, well, I don't think he cracks the top 20. And that's a shame, because someone of his caliber, you want to see be consistent, you want to see be successful, but inconsistency is exactly how you would describe Dean Ambrose here in Universe Mode. As right now, Dean smacked back down with there with another Styles Clutch. This is going to be it, surely. Ambrose is done for. No, another kick out at 2. How the heck did he do that? How is he kicking out? This is what it means to the Shield, and what it means to Dean Ambrose. They want to be in control of the Money in the Bank contract. They want to make sure the briefcase is in their hands. The last thing they want is for AJ Styles to hold the contract and potentially risk Roman Reigns' title reign coming to an end. Bray Wyatt, the other member who will be a part of the Smackdown team at Money in the Bank. 3 superstars from Smackdown, 4 from Raw, 1 from NXT for the men's matchup. Rollins is 1, Bray's 1, and it'll either be Ambrose or Styles to wrap up the Smackdown side of things. And Reigns would love to have both members of the Shield involved to make sure that, well, they've got the title potentially wrapped up here. Nobody else on Smackdown can cash in and take it away from him, except perhaps a Bray Wyatt who, well, speaking of Bray, he's on a bit of a career resurgence himself. He's had a few victories as of late, looking pretty good. A good win over Shelton Benjamin not too long ago, and a kick out again. Well, Styles, he can't believe it. He felt as though he had him in that second Styles clash. I did too. Somehow, Dean Ambrose is kicking out. Somehow, he's still in this match. Ambrose giving everything he's got, but you have to wonder how much longer can he sustain this for? How much longer can he keep this up? Oh, fisherman suplex, hook of the leg, could be it. Styles, oh, just kicks out at 2, and all of a sudden, Dean Ambrose getting himself back in the fold. With Gallows dancing away at the ringside, he likes what he's seeing from AJ Styles so far, but the job's not done yet. Ambrose looking to get a little bit more aggressive with those right hands, but Dean shrugged him straight away, and now an arm drag takedown. Styles has got to keep the pressure going. He's got a hold of Dean now, and works away on the arm. AJ Styles in control, but he has not got this match won yet. Ambrose just won't give up. As we said, world champion in the past for a reason, but it's been a while now since he's been at the top. Dean Ambrose in a lot of danger. Dean Ambrose met with another Styles. This is going to be it. 2. What the heck? What is going on? Ambrose is kicked out again. How? How is he doing it? Another kick out. I mean, this guy, is this one of these performances from Dean Ambrose that you just see once every year from him? One of these performances that he just goes to an absolute another level. This is a WWE Championship winning performance right now from Dean Ambrose. But the title is not on the line. The US title is on the line. But a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match is. He knows how badly he needs this. As he lines up Styles, he's going to risk it all. He's going to jump off the top to the outside. Here comes Dean! Oh, he's missed out! He missed! And he took a horrible landing on the way down. He could have hurt his neck badly there. Ambrose seems to be okay, but oh, all or nothing. And he got absolutely nothing there. Styles back in now. Well, how much has that cost him? Styles, cuff crusher. Ambrose boot on the rope. Styles has had enough. He wants to end this. Couldn't get the job done with the calf crusher. What can he produce now? Styles is a little fatigued. He's gone through a battle here. Could even argue it's been a war. Right now, he's looking for one more Styles clash. AJ, surely this has got to be it. I think this is what, the 4th one? A Styles clash, connecting, shoulders down, pressure on the neck that he just hurt, and it's job done. Styles has got the win, but I tell you what, he had to work for it. And I feel as though it was the mistake by Dean that cost him this match. He went for a top right move, and I think he landed really badly on his neck. And when Styles hit the Styles clash and the shoulders were down and the pressure on the neck from the cover, I just felt the pain from the neck injury that he sustained was too much to overcome. And on that occasion, a victory for AJ Styles. Well, what a matchup between the two. What a battle. And finally, the club have got a win over the Shield. And AJ Styles is going to Money in the Bank. Rollins will be in the match. Styles will be in the match. Those two could face off as both the club and the Shield look to hold possession of the Money in the Bank contract. Who will be able to do it? Will either of them be able to do it? We'll find out in Money in the Bank. And here's how we're looking. Randy Orton and Braun Strowman, they have been confirmed by the GM of Raw. They're in the match. Bray, Rollins, and Styles will join them to wrap things up. SmackDown are all locked in. 2 more members from Raw, 1 from NXT, and that will wrap things up for the Money in the Bank ladder match for the man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, leave a like on it, subscribe to see more. Next episode, we're going to find out who will join the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match from NXT. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.